Salamat. You do not have to stand up. Pareho-pareho lang tagranggo. Except na nagkamali ang swerte sa tao, baliktaray. And that is the mystery of this universe. I never really wanted to be president. Sa totoo lang, I was the most hesitant, but I don't know. It has something to do with destiny and God. Siya ray maka-istorya nas tinuod, pero mahuwat ang hantog mamatay ta. Karon, ug tuwa mo sa impyerno, unsa inyo paghibaw kung sa tinuod. Mag-lecture na si Jesucristo sa langit raman. Kanang kabubantanan politiko man ta. You know the factors that would affect the political landscape of a barangay, city, province, national even. Nakibaw tag unsay kinahanglan, unsay dili, unsay maayo, unsay ideal setup sa kampanya, funding and everything. But sa tinuod lang, I ran under PDP. I would not say it is a moribund party, but it was kept low all this year for wala funding and besides nakawatak-wata na ang leadership down the second echelons. Huwag na kanya-kanya na. But the objectives, ang program na dito, steady man na. And I have been a member of the PDP and the coalition with the Communist Party of the Philippines, ilang karapatan, all these elections. And nahibaw ang tanang tao na sa Pilipinas. It's politics. Since karapatan is there, it was allowed to thrive. We have abrogated the law on communism. It was allowed to exist. So, more or less, ang akong orientation is really left. And maybe you can say I'm the first left president of this country. But it does not mean that I am a member of the Communist Party of the Philippines. Because while they are in the socialist dimension, ang ilang extreme pamaagi is armed struggle. And that was the reason why ang moderates nagpalayo. And even during the party organization right after the Cory inauguration, ako, si Bebo, and some guys here joined the Partido ng Bayan in Manila. But when we noticed, kami ni Bebo Belio, na pumapasok na yung hardcore, pumapasok na yung left na membro ng komunista, sabi ko, dili na ni maayo. Because when you are a socialist, that is your political ideology. But when you join a party that is committed to destroy the government to which you belong as a co-worker, we are all co-workers of government. We are paid to do our job. So nako, siba tayo. I will not. So the more progressive political party right after the Cory administration was the PDP. So dito ko ni appeal, and as a matter of fact, as everybody knows, ang PDP gani, when we say we use the left hand. So it means really it's a left. So we are almost driven to one common objective, and that is socialism. The political system which we would like to, it's almost a fair equality with everybody, and it is sometimes the antithesis of capitalist-driven markets. That's what it is all about. Katong na presidente ko, I ran almost, I'd like to just say this to you kasi dili ko nakaingon nagkapanghambog. But wala ko'y partido nga kusog sa Luzon, sa Visayas, but Mindanao, well, of course, the sentiment or the attachment was there. But not all were ready to commit because of the kung kisa tong naa sa power mo tong partido nga ginasunod yun sa tanan sa gobyerno halos. So except for Aimee, pero si governor sa Bukidnon, ng akong idol, pero man tumagsige kami ni si Governor Subiri and si Garcia sa Bataan, and one lady governor nga di na ako masigurog sa ako ba og dili ni aka karon dire. Are you here? Can you let me know? Can I have dinner with you tonight? Mura og dili og sa ako, but no, there's nothing, nothing romantic or personal there. Madudayan naman. But I lost in Agusan del Sur, but I got about 100 in Agusan del Norte. So may nagtaksil doon. So, well, anyway, that's the home province of my mother. Actually, may taas ng istorya. Huwag na lang yan. Pero ganito yan. Hindi ako nagbago kailanman. Before the election, during the election, and now. My main issues there was corruption in government. Tapos sabi ko, drugs and criminality, organized crime. Nung nanalo ako, yun lang ang issue ko. And of course, I said the economic factors would come in if you are already set up in that government. So I'll just hire the economic minds of the country and work for me. I've been very forgiving to myself and to you when I said that hindi man ako ekonomista. The most that I got was during my AB days of economics. Bagsak pag yun gani sa first semester. Because nakakahilo yung ekonomista, may pagkakuros-kuros pa. Pwede naman kwintahin mo lang yan, pilay kita ni mo adlaw, pilay nabayad ni mo, pilay nabilin. Karaming... I said, I'm a lawyer, and I've been prosecuting trial fiscal for about 10 years before I joined politics. I never wanted it also because I was taken out of that office upon the prodding of Chito Ayala and the other political bigwigs, and Nene Pimentel. He gave it to my mother, but my mother refused, so ako ang kinuha. So I said I do not want it because I wanted to be a judge. You know why? Because, well, I thought at that time that a salary of a judge could sustain the expense of at least 2 or 3 children in college at the same time. There was no position in government that could sustain such huge expenditure, lalo na kung magsabay-sabay ang mga anak mo sa college. So only ang better, at least a little bit higher than the others, kung kapag-aral ka ng, at that time kinakwento ko na, kinakwenta ko mag-medicine ang usa o law ang usa. Siguro ang usa ka anak gusto pa Manila ang mag-eskwela. You know, the idiosyncrasies of a person. So sabi ko, I will serve Vice Mayor OIC. But after that, I'm not ready for anything except that if you want to repay my mother because she carried the Yellow Friday here, one of the sila Santos, ilagay mo na lang ako pagka-judge. That was actually the agreement. But suddenly, I quarreled with the late Respicio, and I found myself facing him in an election in 1988. I won, and that is history. awa ng Diyos, hindi naman ako, I never lost any single election, including the presidency. But wala naman ako mga leaders, I said, so kind of destiny talaga. Kasi wala akong makita except for the Davao area and a few governors there, will not be beyond 4. Maski barangay captain, wala ako sa Luzon, pati sa Visayas. And yet, the vote was overwhelming. I'm telling you this narrative because I want to stress a point here. Ang sabi ko, corruption. Ang sabi ko, drugs at criminality. Now, itong sa tatlong ito, I am prepared for these 3 events in this life. I'm ready to lose the presidency itself. I'm ready to lose my life, and with it, my honor. Hindi talaga ako atras dito, at matindi ito. Despite or in spite international criticisms, which I think nalaman na ninyo yan, it's unfolding today that the drugs even of trafficking was established in the National Penitentiary. But if you listen to the TV right now, the investigation is going on in the committee in the lower house, na alam na ninyo kung bakit. So that when I declared an action against the drug syndicates, or the menace, if you may, I declared a war because it was at that time that I realized that I was even short of my projections about the problem. Alam ko sa Davao noon may druga. And I was the favorite whipping boy of De Lima because she wanted to make it big. Lumaki kasi ang ulo niya kaagad when Arroyo appointed her as the chairman sa Human Rights. And yung maniwala kayo o hindi, depende na yan sa inyo, actually it started with an election issue. So mayroon dito mga kalaban ko, kung may mamatay, for whatever reason, kung sinong pumatay, it doesn't really matter, kukunan ng picture. And then it was made into a folder with so many victims there, victims of crimes against persons, nasali na lahat doon. So, ang puntada ng mga gaga dito, it's almost 1,007. Po, napagagago naman ninyo. Ikaw talagang killer ako. I've been mayor here 23 years. Yan lang ipakita ninyo sa akin. Karami kong tinapon dyan sa Samal Island ng Davao Gulf. Yan lang mapikita mo. I was being just, I raised the level of into a sarcasm. Pero ako, kung patay tayo, totoo yan. Hindi naman ganun karami. 1,700. Mga 1,004 siguro. Ganun na lang ang paraan ko kasi yan ay dedicate nila. Now, we never knew the widespread problem. Paski ako hindi. So, 3 to 4 months. I was making use of yun dito sa Davao. Mayor ako, ganyan. It was very simple. Sinabi ko, umalis kayo dito. If you're into drugs, murder for hire, ganon, umalis kayo. Kasi pag hindi, ito totoo, admitahin ko na. Papatayin ko kayo. And in the process, marami akong pinatay. Upon my direction. Walang problema yan. But when I became president, doon ko na nakita a horrifying picture. Nung inipit ko na lahat na magtrabaho at ilabas na ninyong lahat na, it was staggering. So, General Santiago, who used to head the PDEA, said that there were about 3 million people contaminated with drugs. Huwag na lang yung addict. Because maybe some are just occasional users. Pero noong na-mayor ako, sinabi ko sa iyo, magtrabaho kayo. So you patrol the streets. So maraming mga durugista doon. Ang lumalaban talaga yan. Telling you, hindi ito atin, it's from the American forensics, that constant use of shabu between the months of 6 months to 1 year. Depende sa severity sa heat. The human brain will shrink and will not be a viable subject for rehabilitation. Ibig sabihin, hindi na talaga babalik yung normal. Rehab in the sense that things should improve, but kayo, I know marami kayong na-encounter. You begin to talk to them and suddenly lumilipad na yung subject topic. Nawawala na. Kaya when the PNP, na-point ko si Bato, kasi galing dito, alam ko maraming mahusay. Kaya lang hindi ko sila kilala. Along the way, in my career, there were guys assigned here na nakilala ko. And si Apple, he was here he was my chief of police. Now, they hold a position of the sensitive ones in the PNP organization. Kasi kilala ko sila, and I need them to be honest and good. So, mga halos taga Davao ang nilagay ko. But they are not really from here. Morente, Coy. Si Coy was the military head of President Ramos. But he was also the chief of police here. At alam ko, he is the undersecretary of sa DILG. Marami sila Morente. Now, they hold sensitive positions. And even in the PCSO, it's the most corrupt agency in government. Alam mo, ang ginawa nila niyan, yung small-time lotto, pinasok nila ang wedding. And they had this agreement with government na sila na magpatakbo, they get a commission. Pero as it turned out, nilaglag nila 20% lang. Ito lang ang kinita ng gobyerno. Yan, yung kanila, pumunta sa bulsa nila. Billions of pesos every day. So I had to pick George Corpus, also Police General, and si Banluta. Naghahanap ako ng birdugo talaga, and I got him for the National Penitentiary. But I changed my mind because maghirap si George nilagay kong chairman, Colonel Banluta, General Ben, ginawa kong presidente. Parang CEO, and I hope things will improve. But sinabi ko, you make a study. If I am not satisfied that it can really prevent corruption, I will recommend for the abolition of the PCSO. Dito naman mga online nila, itong mga oligarchs, it's because they get permits from government, laway lang. Then they operate an online, and they open the portals of that gambling scheme open to the foreigners. So I would never get the entire gamot of the operation pag hindi ko man alam kung magkano ako nalugi. So I ordered them closed. But this time, if at all, okay ako, pero it has to be strictly run by PAGCOR only. Minus yung mga pagador. Si Andrea lang, kung gusto mo, ikaw. Or you might maybe get it for 6 months to 1 year. Study the averages of income and you can sell it by way of a franchise. Mag-operate ka lang ng isa para malaman you can get the data of how much a single operator can earn for a day. Yan ang, but other yung sa criminality or sa crime, itong sa customs, BIR, it will be a history. I am warning the people there. Either you stop or you will become part of that history. Alam mo, ito, pasubuan to eh. Huwag ninyo akong hiyain. Kasi ako'y tao na, alam mo, simple lang naman ako. I'm not used to a high caliber, high fashion thing. I'm just an ordinary mayor here in the southernmost part of Mindanao. I'm not a national icon. Hindi naman ako actor, but the results of the election will show the message. So it was a case of who was carrying the right message at the time. But even in the debates, I kept it short. I never developed a theory to start with the predicate and then the main, because I know that one minute and 30 seconds would not be enough. So bullet lang ako ng bullet. Maybe my advantage was the time constraint. When you're, alam mo kayo mga abogado, diba? Sabihin minsan ng judge, oh, for last questions, it's already 12 o'clock. So you begin to devise questions that can give you the answer in one setting. So doon ako medyo sabihin na nakalamang doon sa debates. It was because of the fact that I'm a lawyer. And we are quite almost well-versed in this kind of things. Time constraints and reducing your arguments to the barest minimum. Ngayon, dito tayo sa drugs. Ako yung favorite whipping boy. As a matter of fact, Delilah came here many years ago. And in that press con, just before the hearing, she announced that I am here to prove that Duterte is the leader of the DDS. So she came and twice, then natapos na lang siyang chairman sa human rights. Wala namang na-file na kaso. And even when she was the Secretary of Justice, I knew that Matubato was there with her. Hindi niya mas matagal ako sa gobyerno. Kumbaga, mas maraming may utang na loob sa akin kaysa kanya. Lalo na sa law enforcement, pati sa military. Marami akong kaibigan, kasi tinuturing ko kaya sila kasing, I do not look at these guys as maybe subordinates. I deal with them just like a co-worker in government. Except for the fact that the supervisory power belongs to the mayor. Ganon yan. So, marami akong nalaman. And I remember when I was summoned by the Senate to testify against Bangayan, David. And one of my impulsive, sabi ko, kasi si Enrile naman kaya nagtanong sabi niya na, if you find Bangayan in your city smuggling rice, what will you do? Sabi, putang ina, sabi, papatayin ko yan. Then si Jinggoy, for all of her antics, sabi sa akin, ano, sinabi mo? Tapos yung mata kept on winking. Ano? Sabi ko, Senator, I would like to give you the answer you want to hear. Patayin ko yan. So, dilemma, for all of her, lumaki talagang ulo, after the hearing, said on TV, mahilig yan, pumunta ka sa TV, that Duterte should be prosecuted. I will sue him for threatening the person. Forgetting na abogado man sana siya, that when you utter these words in an independent body, such as the proceedings in court or in Congress, when they convene officially, the only body or person or persons who can sue you, yung committee or the members. And it has to be a collegial thing. You have to vote on it. No other person, but nobody can question me outside of that committee. That is the property of the Senate or of the House. Walang pakialam ang you as a civilian, or even if you are the Secretary of Justice, you cannot just decide na you are not allowed to do that. Those are the nuances na told me walang alam to kasi election lawyer na. Now, kinig ako kanina, she's really, kasi right after that meeting, I heard her statement. Sinabi ko, well, go ahead. Make my day. Tapos, wala naman siyang ginawa. Ngayon, alam na niya na naiipit na siya. Because, change of administration is really a change of person. So, yung nilagay ko dyan, kasi yun lang ang kilala ko. Ang mga taong kilala ko, yung sa Davao, where I grew up, then doon sa aming eskwelahan, and the more closer friends are your fraternity brothers. So, yung nilagay ko dyan, either brad ko, o mga taga Davao. So, they started to dig and dig deep, sinabi. Mga fraternity brothers, nasasaktan rin yan. Ayan, lumabas na ngayon ang gitna, totoo. But you know that matrix that I gave you, the last one, I don't know if I still have that matrix, but I have this. Alam mo, nandoon yung si Baraan, then the driver, si Dayan. I do not have the copy right now. Yun talaga ang totoo. And that matrix was not given to me by the police or military. It was given to me by somebody, and that matrix was an intercept, and they were hearing all along what happened in the drug problem in this country. So yung nakita ko yung mga generals, it was not the work of the police, it was not the work of the military, it was the work of the foreign government and given to one person, which was passed to me. Ayan ang gusto kong malaman ni Dilima. Kaya ko siya inatake, but now it's unfolding. And it appears now that it has corrupted everybody. Because si Vitt naman, who is my fraternity brother, you have to know, has been liberal and, sige, magtestigos ka, sige, hindi kita isali, pero I'll give you immunity. But you have to talk about the truth. Yan ang nangyari. Sinasabi ko lang sa inyo para hindi rin kayo may mga brad ko yan. And these are the lawyers, these are the boys, these are the friends na ang crowd ko sa Maynila. It's either it is a dormitoryo, sa eskwelahan, yun lang. Kagala Tugade was our valedictorian, but he is a billionaire. At that time, we were still studying. He was already the CEO of Delgado Shipping. This time, he's already a billionaire because akala siyang umalis, nagsarili. Yasay was my roommate. He was studying UP Padre Paura sa San Beda ako. Right across our room, Billy Dulay of yung BIR, pati si Bebot Belio. Yun ang komposisyon ng gobyerno. Ba't tayo sabihin mo bias? Bias. Hindi yun ano ng bias. You have to produce hard facts. Maraming namatay dito. Yan. But prove na ako ang pumatay at kung sino. Sabi, si Delilah 1,000 sabihin ko sa kanya, name the 10th victim. 1,000 man kaya. Isang question ko lang. One question. So there have been about 500. Who was the guy, the 500, who was killed, and on what day, and in how it was done? O yan ang gusto ng United Nations, dito sila, pumunta sila dito. Ako ang mag-cross-examine sa kanila. Who was the first victim? Or, wag na lang yan, who was the second? What was the name? And where did it happen? And how the killing was done? Itong ganito, may lecture ako sa inyo, baka balang araw, may mag-presidente talaga sa inyo. Sigurado ako niyan. Alam mo, ang destiny, the imponderables of life is really, you cannot explain it. Without money, without almost a moribund party, I won. So one day, pero kung magtanong kayo sa akin, mag-inom muna ako kasi matukaan ginuminaw. Refuse it. Wala kayong magwak if you think of a personal satisfaction. What? Were it not for look, halo-halo tayo. Lunggo, Moro, Tausog, Maranao, Bisaya, Ilocano, the whole country. We talk in different dialects. Different putahe sa pagkain, different aspirations, different dreams. What binds us? Kung wala yan, means nothing to us. And like for example, tomorrow, magsabi kami ko, sige, bahala kayo. Magkudita-kudita kayo dyan, and we will form our own. Or even historically, hindi na ba talaga kayo kasali? 1521, dumating si Magellan. Ulitin ko yung istorya. Dala-dala yung sovereignty ni King Philip, flag of Spain. And he brought with him the cannons and the gunpowders. In 1521, when he landed in Leyte, Islam was thriving here in Mindanao for almost 100 years. So they were able to conquer the Visayas because it was not a scattered island. It was not a contiguous one. Luzon, nahirapan sila. But because of the gunpowder and the muskets and all, yung mga natives for the first time hearing the booms, capitulated. But Mindanao, they went further. Because Mindanao was, and the Visayas maybe, if you look into the archives of the Malaysian history, it includes the Sri Visayas Empire, including Mindanao, ang pagkaklaro talaga. That is why they took it at that early and established Islam as the religion. But when the Spanish came here, hindi pa masyado. But when the Americans discovered it also, maganda ang lupa, walang bagyo, then targeted nila ang Mindanao. So that most of the Americans that never returned to America, the soldiers, and yung mga Espanyol, and they are called the Insulares. Those are the Spaniards na nandito pinanganak. Hindi na sila umuwi doon. The large tracts of lands were in somewhere in Bacolod, 1,000 hectares, dito Wallstrom. Alam ng taga Davao yan, Wallstrom Estate. Yang Digos up was the Cram Estate. It's owned by the Americans. They distributed. So when they came to Mindanao because they wanted it to cultivate the land. They could hardly find a worker kasi andito ang Moro. Ang Moro did not like the Americans because they were introducing and the Spaniards Christianity. Okay, kung dinala lang dito ang mga Moors ng Spain, walang problema kasi Muslim. So ganon na nangyari. Ngayon, ito ang problema. Di talaga natin mapara-para yan. I had a talk with Murad, and he said, yes, very easily. Because remember that Murad said that he'd go to war without the BBL. So, but we were able, not only me, but everybody interested, went to him and say, pleaded, huwag na lang muna, mag-istorya na lang tayo. And ako, myself, I offered federalism. Because that was what they want. And I think even Mayor Sema is here. Siya mismo nag-usap kami, okay na kami roon sa federalism. So, Japar and the Central Committee of the MILF agreed. Sinor was equivocal. Sabi ko, Nor, I wanted a comprehensive talks dyan sa Hulo. And because of the problem sa Abu Sayyaf, Nor really is not sure whether or not kontrolado pa ba niya. And whether he can speak for the Bangsa Tausug. So, we leave it that way. Sabi ko, sige, hintayin na lang natin. In the meantime, I will go into a pacification personal drive. Ang anak kong isa, itong asawa ni Pulong, married also in Maranao, the mother and a Tausug father. Sangkula yan si Lovely. Isang kula sa Bulo. So, even before I took my oath of office, sabi ko, punta ka doon. I just want to talk to them. And I was in Basilan, and crowded yung, I was brought, doon lang isang kamarin, doon kami nag-usap. Ano ba talaga? Bakit ayaw ninyo makisali? You know, if you have the control of the territory, I really don't mind what kind of setup yung negosyo mo. Because at a time when there was their barter trade between Sabah, wala namang kidnapper, walang patayan, except the customs personnel there and some policemen, which led to yung hostage taking ng regional commander nung namatay. But there was no such thing as a rebellion. Maybe sedition. Yung defiance of government authority. So sabi ko, ano ba talaga? Then they said, Mayor lang tawag na sa akin which I like it. Sabi niya, for as long as the Americans are behind you, we will never talk to you. So every time I said, nandyan man kayong mga kapatid ko na Moro, pakita kagad nila yung massacre. Yung dala-dala ko. Kasi sabi ng ANC, if you note kay ANC, there was this Losada, si Tatad, yung mga matatanda na mas bright pa sa atin. Sabi niya, wala, sige, Duterte, pinakita niyan. That was 1 century ago. Alam mo, sinagot na ako ng mga Moro niya, ng mga bata, tagal na. Before or right after the elections, nung nag-usap ko na sa iba. Sabi ko kasi matagal na yan. This is a wound that would never heal. The fight was started 1 century ago. It's still going on. That is why we are fighting your government. Eh, kung mag-report ang media, so sunod-sunod din sila, 1,000 years, wala na yan. Then I am reminded now, bakit itong Middle East? Bakit ang Arab galit talaga sa Amerikano? Binubomba nila. Doon na sila pinanganak, considered American citizen. But when they read their history sa genealogy, ang kanilang linya, they would find that once upon a time, the European powers, especially Britain, France, America, conquered the Middle East and divided it into nations. And in the process, massacred many Arabs to take control of the territory. Yung mga movie, Lawrence of Arabia, marami rin silang ginanon. Ang akala kasi nitong mga bugok na itong America, Britain, France, and the EU, they think it's past. And now they are active now doon sa human rights. Why? Can it restore the injustice committed against the Moro? Can it restore the bond of ties of friendship with the Arabs? Ang Amerika napaka-hipokrito. They went to Iraq on the flimsy excuse of weapons of mass destruction. They killed Saddam, wala palang weapons of mass destruction. Kaya talagang pinapaputok, pinapabayad yan sila. Then they undermined Libya. They hated Saddam. Ay, bakit hanggang yung Saddam ang nandyan? Because Russia and China are supporting Saddam. I know that because I talked to the Russians and to the Chinese during the summit. Because we share the same problem of the atrocities of imperialism. Akala nila makalimutan niyang kaagad. At to think that itong hipokritong Amerika, magsabi sila that Duterte, sumakay, election issue yan ng yellow movement mga yellow. Alam, and they kept it alive. Tapos sinakyan naman itong mga, the naive foreign correspondents. Sumakay sila. Sabi ko, bakit ko ginong kay Obama? Because Ban Ki-moon mentioned about the human rights. But right after his talk, he stood up and extended his hand to me for a handshake. Itinanggap ko lang. But sinabi ko doon, we talk of human rights before anything else. Gusto kong sabihin sa Amerikano, you started the gross violations of human rights in this country. It has kept the fighting until now because of your violations sa human rights. Tingnan mo yung pictures na nakaganon pa ang sundalo doon sa dibdib ng sa suso ng babae. Nakakabad to? Do you have ay pagkahipokrito naman, before they left the country, gave us independence, kasi hindi nila kaya, was we rebelled. Ang last itong si General Luna, excuse me, sumibat sila. But they never apologized to us. There is not a single document in this government, in this country, which says that they are sorry. They were sorry for what they did to my country. Tira mo, inyo na ito. How can you? Ito yung gusto ko ipakita kay Obama. Ayan, no? Saan ko na kami na po ito? Sa American Archives. Sa American Archives, hindi dito. We do not have a recorded history of that. American lang, sila lang may kamera noon. Nung nabasa ko yung EU condemnation sa akin, sabihin ko sa kanila, fuck you. You're doing it in atonement for your sins. Ginawa nilang stricto dahil may guilt feelings yan sila. Tako ako dito. Sino pinatay ko? Assuming it to be true. 1007. Who are they? Criminals? You call that genocide? Ilan ang pinatay nila? In one case, that race killed. They killed 6,000 women and children. In Samar, Balingiga, they stole the builder sa Samar. 10 years old above, pinatay nila lahat. That's history. Kasi pag nakita at pagdating ng bakit puro bata dito? Walang... The Americans massacred. 10 years old above, punggot ang ulo. Then they stole that Balingiga bell. Ayaw nilang isauli hanggang ngayon. Kaya ba, hipokrito ito ng... You should look into the history books. Marami yan sa encyclopedia of events. Kaya mo pinatay nilang mga doon, mga Arabs. Pinaluhod nila. Sila yun eh. Sino? France. Britain. Tapos yung EU ngayon, as the goal to condemn it. As again, I repeat it, fuck you. You know why? EU, America. Tapos I have been the preliminary. I named the generals, the police generals, and the mayors and governors and the barangay captains. We are in a war against ourselves. There is an internecine thing going on. Hindi lang ninyo alam, you don't know because you remain to be stupid. I'm showing you the last and final report, all validated. Sinabi ko, I showed it to media. I said, even if I wanted to kill them all, I cannot because of this sheer number. Anong lumabas sa inquirer? Yung slant, I cannot kill them all. Well, though it was prefixed the word, if, even if I wanted to. It was just putting up a idiomatic ideology. Oh yes, God. Killing people. Bibitaw, ito na ang last copy. So paano ko ito makayanan? The Americans wanted me to investigate, then investigate, prosecute. I'd like to give a lecture to the American lawyers and to the European. Akala ko pa, abogado kayo. In my country, if this is shabu, I have to be in a possession of it when I am caught. Otherwise, if this shabu is placed there but 10 meters away, and you arrive into this auditorium and say, it's yours. It's not mine. It's yours. They say, it's not mine. Just like illegal possession of firearms. Pag tinapon mo yan sa dagat, pagdating ng polis, may baril ka, Naghawak ka na, may baril ka, wala. May hawak ka na baril, kailan? Tagal, 1 buwan. Nasaan na yung baril? Tinapon ko na. Pagdating sa korte, sabihan niya sa abogado, sabi mo, wala kang baril. Totoo ba? Yes, Your Honor, may baril ako, pero 1 taon. Kung nahuli ako, itapon ko na. How do you file your case? It is what you would call an instant crime. Ganon ang Cebu. Suspected yung mga Chinese, pero pangalan lang. Pagdating ng raid, maski nandyan o wala, karamihan wala, because there were squealers. May judge dyan sa Maynila, halos, of the so many cases, almost by the hundreds, there was never one conviction in his sala. Tang ina mo ka, bantay ko sa akin. Ipapatay tayo. Totoo. Kaya I'm stressing this point is kasi walang atrasan dito. Hindi kayo, since you are the leader, you tell the people there, maghanap na lang kayo ibang negosyo. Talagang ipapayari. Wala akong pakialam dyan sa. That is grossly interference. I'm fighting criminals here. I am not trying to exterminate a race. Gaya ng ginawa sa Serbia, sa Herzegovina, the war in the Balkan states. They were really killing a tribe there. And just because they are Muslims, they were massacred right and left and right. Ito. Ano nga ito? Region 1. Elected official, who's number 1, Mayor Reynaldo Flores, high value target, Magilian, La Union, validated. Validated police, military, and Dinika. Andy Mig, Andy Isap, bot pasabot, nabilihan ka, ang order ko, nabilihan ka, tapos nabilihan ka. Gano'n sa Davao, hindi sabihin mo, nabilihan ka lang, tapos patay na. Bilihan mo. Bilihan mo uli. Bilihan mo uli. Lapit ang pulis, sir, magbili tayo, ay putang ina, ikaw, patayin ko. Patayin mo yan. Sige lang kung palit yung... Niluluko ka. Kung ikaw nasa gobyerno, ikaw yung mayor gobyerno, ginagawa sa'yo ng gano'n, anak na. Kaya ako nung mayor ako talaga, you all know, hindi ako nung pumapayag ng gano'n. Napo, get out. When I became mayor, sabi ko, get out. Get out of my city. Get out of my, if you are a poser or a criminal, get out dito. Wala akong pinili. Gano'n. Kaya ako may inaamoy si Delilah. Bigyan ko lang ito. I was asked by media one time, what will you do if there is a laboratory ng Cebu? I said, they will not get out of my city alive. May pumunta dito, marami. Wala na akong sabihin. But New Year Eve 2005, when it was Gloria Arroyo reminded me the exact year. She was... hanggang alas 3 kami kaninang umaga. She came here to just say, I am supporting you. Just to see the, sabi ko, okay lang man. Mabit man lang kumakulong, sinabi ko naman talagang patayin ko sila. No, kamong human rights. Ayaw ninyo matay itong mga criminals, pumunta kayo dito, bigyan ninyo ng pera, at dalhin ninyo sila sa labas ng talo. O ngayon kasi presidente ako, dalhin ninyo sa inyo. Kayo mga Amerikano. Kasi kung hindi niya dalhin yan, mamamatay talaga yan. Simple lang man yan. Sus Mariusep. Ito si Luot, General. Nandyan sa Region 1, matagal naman ito pinapir. Nandyan sa Region 2, nandyan sa Region 3, hanggang umabot ng 7. Putang ina itong Luot na ito. Anong ni Amani kada page? Yung pala, ang gago, kung daan siya na-assign, naglaro. Eh, noon pa man to eh. The validation na talk us about, pagpasok ko pa. Nireview ko to, sabi ko, ulitin mo. Meron dito, Michelle Amante, Noel Amante, Ian Amante, Meiko Amante, Nelda Amante, Gobernador Amante, iba yun, Amante. Iba-ibang kolom. Hindi sa druga. Sa pagmamahal. Nanaligaw. Mamatay tayo nito. Yung asawa pa naman niya si kaibigan ko sa binuta. Biro lang yan. Kasi nanalo ako doon. Niya ba si Iyay? Angel, my love, where are you? Mariusep. Davao. Merong namatay. There was this clerk of the executive judge dito sa Davao. And hindi ako nanano kung wala ang judge dito. But every time, executive judge, a warrant is submitted to the court for the authority. Wala talaga nangyayari. And they could hardly get the... You know, Judge Carpio is my fraternity brother. Pero yung judge, yung secretary niya, si Apoli was, pero matagal na to. Ito, nandiyan na itong Luot na itong putang. Dahil Bihintalot. May isa pang city mayor. Kaya, I will not the name, I cannot give you the name, nor even the place. But ito yun siya na city mayor. And there was time when I talked to him. Iba ako, so, ako itong putang ito, hubog ito o may girlfriend ito na municipal mayor. Kamong taga Visayas, alam na niya. Kayo na lang mag-chismis, wala ko isali. City mayor, papasok na. Dito konsihal sa Davao. Di mo talaga sukat akalain na papasok na gano'n? Ibang abogado dito. Alam mo, pagka gano'n, ang IQ mo talaga mga 14 lang. Ba't ka papasok ng gano'n na sigurado? Why experiment on something na pag... Kaya nung nakita ko siya during the last election, he wanted to join my ticket. Yes, of course. But hindi na bumalik. But that time, he was talking nonsense. But I already had an idea of what was happening because of the police, yung local. Now the last is, ganito yan, mami. There is a drastic drop even sa Maynila, almost 60-70%. Wala na kasi nag-istambay dyan sa kalye. My advice to the drug addicts, yung hindi pa is lock yourself in your room, inside your house. Huwag kayo yung pa-istambay dyan sa gabi. Madidisgrasya kayo. Madidisgrasya kayo. Sabi ka naman ng iyo, Duterte, as a matter of fact, he was threatening, even before he was elected, that he will kill all drugs. And that is why when he became president, talagang there were killings. Putang ina ka, istorya mo lang yan. Kung ginawa ko, ibang istorya yan. Bay, ano mo ito alam? Look at these idiots. They are using a phrase, a narrative of my speeches before threatening criminals. Now let me ask you, stupid lawyers of the other countries, is there a law in the Philippines that would make it illegal for a mayor, a president, or a governor to threaten criminals? Yeah. Unless I name you specifically, kagaya ni Udikta, I named him and his wife. I read that here in Davao when I was not yet president. But when I was president, he was killed somewhere in Aklan. O kalayo niyan. Sa Davao na ako, doon naman. Babat mo ako pagbintangan niya. Itong si Apole, nung ni Judge Scarpio, binaril. Yung kasama niya, binaril rin. Sino nagbaril? Bakit naka-uniforme sa likod ninyo? Wala man akong baril. I mean, I don't carry a gun. I am a peaceful man. Hindi talaga ako dadala ng baril. Ano yung dala-dala ka dito, it's quite unsettling sa katawan. Pero itong, kaya ako, I'm here is, I'm trying to say, you have to do your work. Kasi sa ito, sa totoo lang, tama rin ang I cannot solve it. And that is why I am one of those who are advocating for the postponement of the barangay elections. Alam mo yung lahat dito, they will try to regain, maggagastos ito, and they will still be there. The next election sa national, this is the precursor of narco-politics. Kung wala kang backer na dyan, bantay kayo. It's either magbata-bata ka na ngayon ng sinong gusto mong batain, bigyan mo kapital, kasi kailangan mo yan. Next election, hindi ngayon, not during my watch. Hindi talaga papayag. The next elections would be narco-politics. I do not know who would be the president by that time. But I hope he would. This is what I told. I just came from my military camp in Mawa. Chopper lang ako. Sinabi ko sa kanila, this is the most serious event in our lives today. And if we are not able to interdict this, we would have compromised this generation and the next. Yung mga anak ng anak ninyo. And so delikado talaga. Because of the horrifying, buong Pilipinas na. At ang dito, ang kalaban mo, it is government against government. So if the governor or the president or the mayor likes money and wants money wala nang graft and corruption, kay diretso na sa kanila, gaya ni De Lima. All you have to do is to fund somebody. But then, I will ask you, is that what you want for your country? Ako ayaw kong pumatay. We cannot build a nation over the bones of our countrymen. And we cannot solve what ails this country by killing people. But for this event and for this cause and reason, you will have to do something about it. Because it will be government against government. Yung mga mayors, may mga tao sila, may pera, may bodyguard, may 45, and it will be there to challenge the duly constituted authorities. It would now depend on how the mayor or the governor or the president would react to the problem. Me, I have declared war, and I have ordered the police and the military, kasi nitaas ko yung state of lawlessness, to go after them, and this is really the guidance. Alam mo kasi, for those who are not lawyers, here is a criminal, and this is the police. His duty is to arrest, which means to put him in custody of the police. Now, he challenges the criminal, I am the police, or I am the military, surrender. If he chooses to fight, sabi ko sa mga police, kailangan mapatay ninyo, hindi kayo. Nagagalit ako, isang police namatay na isang araw, no? But I'm losing 2 policemen a day on the average sa Pilipino. Ang trabaho ng police is not really just to harap-harapan nila magsuntukan. Hindi ka gobyerno kung ganon. Ikaw ang police mo, mas ganon yan. You must take into custody, under your control, the criminal. Dalhin mo yan doon, kung may warrant, ihatid mo sa judge. Kung walang warrant, dalhin mo na doon sa punerarya, kunin mo yung komisyon mo. Mga police, may komisyon yan. Paunahin mo na sila report. May patay dyan. Tapos pagdating ng forensic, sabihin, wala naman yan. Sumabog ng utak niya. Kaya nung sa Davao, alam ko talaga puputok. Wala tayong magawa. We have to keep the pressure dyan sa everybody. Swerte na lang nga tayo na wala ng komunista. But the Abu Sayyaf, they're meant to be defiant. At marami rin tayong patay. Hindi lang sila. So the criminal, sabi ko, if they resist violently, kill them. Please kill them. Nabi ko sa mga polis, pag naunahan kayo, let's say kayo, pagdating ko ron, sipain ko pa yung klaseng polis ito, bakit ikaw ang namatay? Sabi ko, okay mo lang, the slightest, the rule now international, kita mo talaga itong American, hipokrito, putang ina niya. Alam mo, mga chiefs of police of America and sa Europe, they had a convention in New York. The rule known was there has to be some kind of a weapon or at least a lethal thing that would inflict death. Knife, clubs. Pero ngayon, sa ang rule, because of terrorism, magkamali ka ng bolt, dan say, pagdating police, taas mo yung kamay. Itaas mo talaga yan. Kaya kung maganong ka, magdukot ka ng lisensya mo, patay ka. Kaya, diba? Sa Amerika talaga, pag pinara ka, kamay mo, nandyan na yan. Huwag ka magbunot ng lisensya kasi babarilin ka. Amerikano pa yun. Dito gawain mo yan, hulihin mo, tapos babae, pusasan mo, pedestrian violation, human rights ka. Sa Amerika, okay. Tingnan mo, totoo yan eh. Yung parahin ka, babae ka, tapos ganon ka. Human rights yan, nakalista violation. Ito mga dapat ito human rights dito, magdating yung mga Amerikano, magsalita mo, di browbeat you as if they are. Kaya sabi ko, stupido kayo. Sakyan rin ng lokal, tapos i-stretch it beyond the normal proportion of semantics. Ayan. We have a problem. We do not have the sophistication of mga gadgets. Man-to-man lang to. Kaya ho, I hope that I cannot, I hope not to interfere in them. Wala talaga ako. Ako, nanalo ako. I cannot seek re-election. I'm only good for 1 term. 6 years after that, I die. So, ako, I am a friend to everybody. I've never indulged in politics, but I cannot see you right now because I'm still busy putting up the wherewithals of how to make an effective government. After that, I'm ready to receive you there. Ngayon, busy lang talaga ako. I have yet to put up the entire government machinery to keep it working. Yung may iba kasi dyan nag-aaway, bumabalik-balik ang papel kasi ito ni Rojas, sabi ko, huwag na lang yan, kalimutan na niya. Yung mga Rojas, lalo pag makita ko noon, sabi ko, maganda man ito, papasukin mo na lang. Si Rojas lang pala ang nakinabang. No, ayaw ko yung ganon. Kasi yung everybody, pati ito gala, he's being criticized for taking in guys na mga tao ni Mar. If they are bright and they can do the job, why do you have to? It's enough that nanalo tayo, period. That victory alone is sufficient for your ego. Ego trip lang naman. Politika, it's a ego trip. Ako, wala na ako niya. Pero, sabi ko sa military, sabi ko, itong drugs is really very serious. It will destroy the country. And even warning everybody, it's never wrong to say, if you destroy my country, I will kill you. Yun ang binabandera ng human rights. Kaya mo ka-stupido nila. It's your country. There is a condition. Kaya nga my prefix, if you destroy my country, if you destroy the youth of the land, I will kill you. And it is never a crime to say that anywhere. So huwag niya akong gamitan ng gano'n na, sinasabi niya patay. Bakit? Kailan pa ba naging masama na takutin mo? Pero kung sabihin mo na sa number 2 mo na huwag siya mag-display doon sa number 1, kasi masisira talaga ang pamilya mo, pati ikaw, pati ang politika mo. Pero ang akin, nakatatlo ako, wala man ako nasira. She's Itausog. Si Sunshine ang pangalan, color shine. Yun lang siguro. Yung pinaka-importante yung mensahe ko talaga, droga. God, you have to help me. Kayo na lang, dyan, bahala na kayo. Meron mo kayong mga pulis. Tawagan mo lang si Apollo. Ay, puro pulis pa yung mga general. No? They will understand. Because they too, ang ina-adapt nila, ang ina-adapt nila linya yung akin. Pag sinabi ko, do not destroy my country because I'll kill you, that is the guidance for them. And it is never wrong to say that. It's never wrong to say, do not destroy the youth, the next set of generation. And because if I do not destroy you now, I would have compromised the lives of the next Filipino. Totoo yan. Kaya mo na muna yung wala. huwag mo, human rights, human rights. Kasi ginagawa ko talaga si Obama. You know why is there killing? Keep on talking about human rights in the Philippines. There's so much killing here. It's not really the war that we started. Kayo following the practice of the Spaniards. Sabi ko, kayo ang nagsabi niya na may away tayo hanggang ngayon. Sabi na mayor dahil a lot of mga Moro dito. Kilala man nila. Tell them the truth. Sabihin niyo ang totoo. That wound is not really healed until now. Wala nga, sabi ko. Even just to say to the Moro people of the Philippines, so sorry for what happened. Hindi madala ito. Nandito man sila. Ask them heartily kung anong sa loob nila. Yan ang problema. So, hayaan muna natin. I've called for some leaders. Tapos sabi ko, I sent word to Yabu Sayat. I'm waiting for the reply. But I was able to talk to Noor doon sa release na. Sabi ko, Noor, I really do not know where you are now. In what level are you in sa among the communities ng Moro? But kindly do your thing before you die. Sabi ko talaga, before you die, Noor, do something about this problem. Kasi mahirap ito na mag-carry over naman sa next generation. Kasi hindi natin ito paparahin, just like drugs. Our children, maybe usually dito, anak mo, ang patakap, ikaw politiko. Then your son or your daughter would just have to solve the problem eyeball to eyeball. So we are not doing them any favor by not doing anything. Ako, I would like to embrace the Moro. Para na lang rin sa lola ko to seek peace with them. And for you guys, still drugs. Hindi kaya ng pulis. Kasi ang pulis talaga rin nakukurap dahil sa pera. Kayo, kailangan mo. Ba't kailangan mo gastusan? Not really to bribe them. Kasi kulang mo rin talaga. Ewan ko kung ano nangyari dyan. Tama man sana ibigay, but usually down there sa stasyon, medyo loose na yan. Wala na, parang chief PNP nila, ang mayor na. So you take over that void. Because hindi kala talaga ba ito mag-isa lang siya. And even the directorates, dyan lang yan. But ang laro talagang operational control, which is yours, meron akong tinanggalan, gaya ng sa Albuera and Tommy of Usbin niya. Tinanggalan ko ng, kasi kinuha na niya yung sakyan bigla, pati yung mga baril. Hindi naman ako nagalit. Mayor rin ako ginawa na. Pagdahil sabi ko kay, padala mo lang ng mga sakyan na bago, emergency purchase ka at mga baril. Then he came here to explain. But believe ako sa kanya, is also active in the drug front. Ngayon, kung hindi talaga ninyo kaya, nandiyan mo yung regional commander. Let them decide. Kung ayaw mo rin meron ba talaga tao na ayaw rin ng gulo? Marami kang anak. Kagaya yung first wave. Kaya I decided on, yung first wave, nilagay ko yung mga ano lang talaga, critical lang. Maya nag-uwi sa akin, nagsabi na, Mayor, ayaw namin dyan. So, pakitaan nila yung picture mo na asawa mo, lumalabas sa mall. Mga bata mo kasali. Sabi na buti sana may lipat namin yung pamilya namin sa Amerika. Kung gano'n, iba na lang. And that happened here in Davao City. May isa ditong drug, ang tawag sa kanila anti-drug, something, anti-narcom sa narcom pa. Kinidnap nila yung, hindi naman kinidnap, dinala, tapos nila sa motel. Pinagtutulungan nila, tapos kinuna nila ng video. Kaya nung na-mayor ako, pinatay ko talaga itong apat na to. Talagang pinatay ko. Kasi nasa ginawa nila. Kaya yung iba takot. So I can understand kung magsabi ka ayaw mo. Then let the RD, he will decide what to do. Alam na niya kung anong gawin niya. RD siya, kaya nandyan siya. So he would know what to do. Ako naman sa lahat, I'm not trying to magnegosyo na kayo na magnegosyo paski illegal. Mag-smuggling na lang kayo. Total, si Paildo na naman kalaban mo. Isa pa rin yun. Dito yun. Pero huwag talaga droga. Kasi pagka-droga, sabihin mo sa mga tao ninyo, mga barangay kapon, ako na mismo ang kalaban nila. And usually, it ends up bloody. Kasi talagang hintuin, di ba? Hindi mo mahinto, kita mo yung... But kung ikaw ang region, governor, ibigay ko sa iyo yung papel. Region 1, 2, 3 yan, gano'n. Kung ikaw ang governor, ibigay ko sa iyo. Tapos kung nakita mo yung pentelpi dyan na naka-erase, yung itim, ikaw na yun. Butit na lang, nalaman namin na timely nalaman na nagkamali pala kami. So, yung pangalan mo na naka-erase doon. Hindi, biro lang yan. Wala man akong wala akong. Honestly. 1 or 2 or 3. Pero hindi nga dito sa Natyo. Walang gobernador sa listahan yan. Lalo na yung magagandang mayor. Exempted yan. Sige, ma'am, sir, salamat sa your bearing with me. But I have to joke and then to be serious another moment because I wanted to catch your really full attention. We have to do something about it. I hope I can get the help from you. Salamat po.